you can't let that slip away if you're not very in tune with it, you know what I mean? And people care, so just make sure you care for your people, you know what I mean?
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another disaster-tested interview, the interview series by UNSHOOK, where we sit down with dope artists, and in less than 10 minutes, we're here to show you exactly how unshook somebody can be. Today, I'm sitting right next to one of, in my opinion, the coolest personalities I've heard on a mic coming out of San Diego, and that is Sebby OG. Sebby,
Sir,
tell the people how you feeling.
I feel great, man. It's a beautiful day. We're living our best life, literally. Just trying to accomplish all the things we want to do and making it ours, bro. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, and this is one step, hopefully, towards that. And although it's hot and we're sweating, it's fun, you know, being
we out here for the love of it all.
I agree with you. Before we get too much further, you know, it's a clothing brand and it wouldn't be right if we weren't taking care of you guys. So me and Sebby went ahead and got a code for you guys. Just type in Sebby in the shop, discount code. It's gonna get you 20% off your whole order. Go find something you like, because we just dropped a new collection.
Yes, sir.
But maybe don't do that before you go ahead and tune into this interview, because that's what everybody's here for.
Do it after.
But
do it anyway.
It's the wave. Sebby.
Yeah.
If I could start with one question, the first question. I just want to get a little bit of where you're from.
Yeah.
And what got you into music? Because there's so many things that we could be doing, and you chose to make music as your outlet.
Yeah.
So talk about that.
Why I chose music and where I'm from. I'm from San Diego. Very blessed to be from San Diego, in particular, South Bay area, Chula Vista, all around South Bay. Really, I had family all over the place. So just growing up there kind of influenced a lot of what I do, and then the music, man, I've always just been a huge fan of just music, period. I've just been diving in, researching mixtapes, just doing my homework again and again, you know what I'm saying? Just like diving in fully to all my favorite artists. And then ultimately, after high school, during high school, I was like the kid that dressed fly and like, you know, kind of rapped here. Everybody raps a little bit, but I was like somebody people would look to, like, yo, spit me some bars, bro, like blah blah blah. And I became that guy, like at the party or whatever. So after just feeding into that energy that people were giving me, I just began to record my shit, and from there, just consistency, a knack for, like, you know, having the vision and the sound, and combining all my favorite influences into what I do.
So how old do you think you were when you first, like, all right, fuck this, you know, freestyling and all that, let's get in the booth, let's make something that the masses can listen to?
I was probably 20 years old.
Okay.
I'm 24 right now, so I was probably 20 when I said, all right, cool, I think I'm dope enough to do this shit.
This is it, right?
Yeah.
That's a pivotal moment a lot of the times, because when we're young, it's really healthy to try a bunch of different things. Yeah. And it's dope that you're like, all right, I think I'm good at this shit.
Yeah, and it was right down my alley anyway, I think. So it was a pretty natural transition to just say fuck it. And you know,
well, you talked about researching music, and I could totally see that, because when I listen to your music, you have sounds from different genres and subgenres and different influences, and I think you execute them really well. I was really impressed. So like an example, 90s baby, right?
90s baby.
90s baby. That shit made me want to dance.
Right.
And I don't dance. I'm in the car looking like a fool, but I really appreciated that track, just the energy you brought.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the 90s. So tell me a little bit about what that era means to you, and kind of what went on in your life during that time that's molded you into who you are now.
Yeah, the 90s, it means a lot, because I mean, just the movies that came out, the sounds, the looks, I love it all, you know what I'm saying? I got a really strong, like, love for that kind of shit. And my mom was like huge on influencing me too, because she used to listen to like Lenny Kravitz and like Mary J. Blige and like just all that kind of shit, even some Biggie here and there, just like shit like that. So she put me onto that when I was young, mixed with a lot of different genres. So I think listening to so much shit at that, you know, period of time, it kind of molded my sound, you know, naturally, I guess, subconsciously. Looking back at it now, I appreciate it and I know what it is. But back then, she used to tell me that I used to just sing songs and know them word for word when I was like 5. So that played a big role, I think, too.
Cool. What else played a role other than the sonic influence? Wait,
yeah.
Get a louder in. Other than the sonic influences that like your mom showed you and that you heard from that era, what else has influenced your music and how you view the world? Any particular struggles or barriers you had to face that has influenced you?
Yeah, so my dad is like a huge influence because he always had fly ass cars and like did fly ass shit. So to me, he was like my hero. I was intimidated by my dad when I was a little kid because he was such a presence at the time. So that, and I mean, he went away for some years, so that was something I had to face early on and really take it under my own hands. Is like now I gotta just be the man for myself and even for my mom at a young age because she's so strong. So yeah, just holding down my mom, you know, made me who I am, and just doing shit on my own, learning all the manly shit, I guess, or like the dude shit that you have to, you know, that you need kind of an older brother presence or dad presence. Luckily, I had my grandpa there for me, but nothing beats like the dad and son connection.
What would you tell somebody, because there's a lot of people going through very similar things, what would you tell somebody listening? You have like made it out of that scenario and you're stronger because of it. What would you tell somebody who's going through that right now?
Just be there for your mom, man. If you have a single mom and you're the only child, and I'm the oldest sibling in my family too, and I would just say be there for your family. Like, I'm the oldest sibling in my family, and my family's pretty separated. So my mom taught me this. Always make sure to tap in and stay, you know, connected with the closest people to you, because you can't let that slip away if you're not very in tune with it. You know what I mean? And people care, so just make sure you care for your people. You know what I mean?
Cool. Back to music. Let's flip it back to music, because it's such a big part of your life, and my life, everybody's life. Let me word this the right way. So you're at the point now where I think sonically your music is, of course, I'm sure you have room for improvement in your head, but in my opinion, sonically you're there. What are you doing in order to reach a bigger audience and find those people who you know need to hear what you have to put out?
Doing stuff like this, man. I was never opposed to this shit, but I never would act on it when I was younger. And I noticed the importance of just linking with people in person, making personal connections, doing interviews, podcasts, and just tapping in, man. Tapping in with the bigger, you know, bigger people, so to speak. Because I do believe that my sound is there, and all I'm missing is like the big eyes. So working with somebody like ROSSI, who's now a brother to me, like that definitely helps. And then just like tapping in with everybody in the city, and like if they fuck with me, they fuck with me. And like I said, I'm just missing the bigger eyes now. And once we get there, boom. You know what I'm saying?
You got the foundation, though. I'm telling you. I mean that.
Thank you.
What do people need to go listen to? Because I keep talking hype about all your discography. What's 1 or 2 projects, singles, or music videos that you need to name drop right now?
I got an album out right now called Jimmy Panthers. That was my first solo project. There's 12 songs. I believe it's got every song on there is great, and I say that with confidence and integrity. And I think that's something you should check out, especially because summertime's rolling around. It's a very warm, summery sound. And I got a project coming with ROSSI called No Rings. We've been working on that for a little bit. A couple singles off that would be Te Amo and Cool Friends, and you could go check them shits out too.
Visuals, music video?
Visuals, I would go check out Splash Bros. It personifies the image that we're trying to put out. And Arco, I would say, which is another hit.
Bopper.
Yep. And we're just putting on for the South Bay, trying to give this shit life, trying to be some pioneers and shit.
Cool. If I could add to that, $1 Million Feels might be my favorite song off of
$100 Feels.
$100 Feels?
Because when we get that milli, then we could talk about the $1 million Feels.
$100 Feels.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite track off that album. So make sure you peep that one too. Other than that, just like always, guys, for Unshook, make sure you text Unshook to 900-900. That's the exclusive texting team. That's why I go ahead and send out these discounts and exclusive information, and I want you to get it. We just dropped our new Voltage collection, so tap in, use the code Sebby for 20% off the whole website. Go do your thing, find something you like. Other than that, Sebby, anything more for the people?
You can find me on every single social media, Spotify at SEBBYOG, Sebby OG. My name's the same on every single thing. You can find me on there.
Links are down there. Good word on that one. Other than that, guys, stay unshook. I hope this motivated you a little bit, and say go do something cool today, all right?
Sebby, OG, Pablo, Tony, Rossi, Rock, members only. Tryna get me framed, who is you, bitch, the police? Corner side of fries from my neighborhood lonely. In the back by the kitchen.